I decided to get a college education because I wanted to help people. I wanted to help people that came from low income backgrounds, such as myself, or people who are Latino descent. And I figured that college would be a good way, or at least it would give me the opportunity to do so with a degree. I worked in kind of a lot of service jobs because service kind of pays, you get tips for that. I also work at a legal office. At one point, I worked for AS Production Board, setting up mics, stands, that type of stuff. I worked for an econ and accounting position. That sucked. I hated it. Worked at a theater, more waitressing, barista, bar. Oh my gosh, how many jobs? Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Like different positions? Definitely more than 15. I don't know, I think it's mostly been a lot about survival and a lot about just trying to do something my own way. And in the end, I ended up getting a 3.0. So, I mean, I guess they suffered because I wasn't always in class, but you know, it wasn't the worst, it wasn't the best. Well, sometimes you have to catch the bus to go to work, and to do that, so I would kind of go to work instead of going to class. And if there was an eye clicker, that def sucked. I don't think that necessarily the GPA is the greatest indicator for me. I can show you a portfolio of what I've done throughout my college experience, and that should be an indicator, but GPA I guess is important because attendance is mandatory. So I'm actually doing a workshop for some students here, like for Latino students on campus, because I don't feel that the university prepares students for the real world. A lot of people that I talk to right now that are in undergrad don't even know how to use Excel. They don't even know how to use Microsoft Suite. These are skills that are essential for any basic position you're going to be in. Growing up, well, especially like middle school, high school, my father wasn't really there, so I had a single mother. During 2008, 2012, there was like the big recession crash. My mother lost her job, and we weren't getting really much help from anyone. So it was tough times. It was times when she was under stress, my family was under stress, and I ended up working a lot in high school. At the end of the day, my brothers have to eat. My mother needs to eat. We need milk, gas money, whatever. And it was one of those things you had to do. You kind of had to do, and it was. Yeah, it sucked, but it honestly prepared me a lot for living on my own, and it also made it so that my transition here wasn't even that hard, because it was probably the most stable I had ever been was being here. So like honestly, like I think I did college the Mexican way, you know, like it was very the Mexican way, because you have to hustle and you're expected to do it, and you know that you are coming from an underprivileged background, but you also know you have to work a lot, incredibly more. And it was one of those things that I wasn't shy to do. Was it right? Could the UC have made it easier? Yeah, they could have, and they should have. They should, continuing on. But it was one of those things that if I was trying to be successful or go anywhere or help my family, I was gonna get through. For the area that I grew up, it was highly Latino and Black. You're coming from places that are underfunded in education, that are underfunded in community development, that don't have many things. Then you come to places where people are offered like around 60 different AP classes, or have read so-and-so and blah, blah, blah. And it's one of those things that it is a huge culture shock. It is a huge shock because you get to see wealth. You get to see wealth for the very first time sometimes. And for some people, it's very depressing. And it is one of those crude awakenings, and you get to understand why it is that gentrification happens, why it is that you understand where you come from, and why it is that you were there, and what the factors that got into that. So it's, for me at least, I see it very racialized in that sense. Or at least seeing my mother's experience, my father's experience, people that came before me's experience. Every year I still volunteer for my AVID program so that I could like help them give the tour of the campus. And I also give my phone number to every student if they need it, because I understand what it is to be in that situation, and also because I want to make it easier. For my brothers, I tell them like, bruh, like if you're gonna go to college, don't work if you don't want to, because I got you. And it's one of those things that I don't know. Like, you get to learn so much being here, but you also want to make it better for people like yourself or people like me.